at this Miata. It looks amazing with the wide body kit, but if you work on Honditas, tell me you work on Honditas, man.
Back in the day growing up, saw a Miata with an S2000 swap. So today we can do this swap.
Now you got the case here.
The best of both worlds.
You know?
The Miata.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hans is here. We got the Impala. I know you guys been hitting the comments. You guys want to know what's going on with this car. So what we're gonna do today is give you a full walkthrough of what's been done.
Dive into the car step by step and show you everything that's been done to the car. But still, go back and watch those videos if you guys are having problems with yours. But we'll give you a full walkthrough. You might get some ideas to do some stuff on your car.
All right, guys. Now, before we get into the Impala SS, I know you guys are waiting for that. Right now, we're going to show you on adjusting the ride level sensor on our Chevy Trailblazer SS. The air ride system in the Trailblazer SS is a crucial part of keeping your vehicle riding smooth, even when you're hauling heavy loads. But if your air ride sensor is misaligned, it can cause your suspension to sag or inflate incorrectly, which impacts both ride quality and handling. So today we're going to walk you through the entire process on adjusting the lever sensor. For this car, to take about 5 to 10 minutes, so let's get right into it. Before you get started, you definitely want to have to take out your bump stop and give them a trim. Usually chop off an inch or inch and a quarter off the bump stop to the drop that you want. And that's the first thing we did. Guys, so we got the truck. We don't really have to take out the wheel to do this. All we need to do is make sure that our truck is in accessory mode. And then we're gonna go right down here. And let me just focus up. I'm gonna show you where this thing is at. So there's our level sensor. What we need to do is remove that front 10mm screw and leave the back one and loosen it up a little bit, so then we can go ahead and adjust it clockwise or counterclockwise depending on which way we need to go, so it can go down. We'll start doing that, and then we'll start on this side, work the next side, and instantaneously the truck is going to start releasing air, and in theory it should start dropping.
So we're removing that front 10mm bolt from the level sensor, and then we'll loosen up the rear one. And pull that front bolt completely out. Completely out.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll loosen this one up, and then you'll rotate this downward. And then once we put the key on, we'll turn it onto accessory and lower it like that.
And we'll do that on both sides. Da-da-da, da-da-da. One bolt out. Check.
Check. Done. Soon we're gonna have this thing sitting right. Gotta have the right wheels though to do it without the jack.
Yeah.
So if you have the original wheels like we do, then you can just do the same thing we're doing here.
Right through the wheel. You don't have to take it off.
Yep. All right, now, so we got the front bolt out of the level sensor. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go in here and we're gonna clock this down like that. The bump stop that's located right here, you have to cut it about 1 inch to 2 inches off so that your truck's not sitting on the bump stop and you're feeling all the road vibration by it continuously hitting the bump stop, because it's such a shorter travel now.
So we already leveled everything and it's already in accessory mode, but seems like this thing does not want to go down. It's stuck in the same position. If we went back and forth, we're gonna check the sensor again, but it should be moving and it's not moving. So we can just check it a couple more times to see what's going on, but hopefully it's not a faulty level sensor. We might need to maybe drive the car, turn it off, turn it on a couple times to see if it works, but right now it is not adjusting. We've done this before where we just adjust it real quick and the car automatically deflates or inflates, but it's not doing that right now. So we're gonna see what's up. It's not coming down yet, right?
No, not yet.
dropped the sensor, and this truck doesn't want to drop. So we're like, fuck it, we're gonna do it live. So this is the height. We're gonna tighten them up at the lowest position, and Hans is gonna do a couple rips up and down the block. And hopefully,
Yeah, so
this thing is gonna adjust.
we gotta adjust it as we drive a little bit so that the level sensors know what they're at. It doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do like it normally does. So we're gonna force it. We'll force it to do what we want it to do.
No diddy. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're gonna make it drop one way or another.
Get this thing all the way down.
Yo. And get a couple SS rips. Ooh, yeah. Let's see. The light. Go. Go, you good. Got some huge exhaust pipes. Ooh. Ripped it a couple times. It doesn't look like it dropped much. So, trying to figure out new ways. All right, we put the computer to this thing. We ripped it up and down the block. We changed the positioning of the sensor in opposites, and this thing is now moving. We might have a bad level sensor. Please.
We might have a bad level sensor.
This thing doesn't want to move.
Yeah.
It builds up air.
It seems like it's stuck in its original position, probably internally. Something with the arm. It just doesn't want to move. It doesn't matter which way you rotate it. It doesn't want to move. It stays right where it is. Doesn't go up higher, doesn't go lower.
Yeah, it's like, nah, fam. I like how I'm sitting now. Is it the Chevy God saying don't drop me? What's going on? So, I'm gonna leave him in the drop position, maybe ride out, right? Hopefully.
We're gonna leave it in the lower, like Jay said, in the lowered position, and we'll take it for a ride and see maybe if the computer takes over. And we'll have the ratchet with us, so if we need to make quick adjustments on the fly, we can, like this. So we're here with the Impala, and we're gonna do a quick walkthrough on everything we've done. Hurricane Sandy took this car for a while from me, and it's been, we'll say 13 years now. And if it wasn't for Jay bothering me to work on this car all the time and get it back up and running, we wouldn't be here having these video conversations. So we started with this car legitimately. We opened the door, we took the full interior out, we threw it in the garbage because it was all useless. Everything was useless. The only thing we could save were the door panels and the center console. The seats, they were no good. All the motors were shot. Threw those away. We threw the carpet away. A lot of the wiring, because the water line was probably right about here. So anything that was wires, like what you see, these wires hanging down here, those are all repaired. All these door wires were repaired. The headlight modules and all those sensors that control all the fans were all repaired. The radio was repaired. The cluster was repaired. So now everything works correctly again. All the window motors were replaced and repaired with that. And now we're at the point where we're going to be doing the carpets. We POR'd everything, we rust neutralized everything, so that this won't happen again, because remember, it was underwater, so salt water did get to this metal, so we have to neutralize it. If not, it'll just continue to oxidize, because there's areas where we couldn't get it, and we used the spray-in version, so it would neutralize it then.
And there was a hole in that stuff at one point.
Jay, with his metalworking skills, we got sheet metal because it was very hard to find a floor. I couldn't find one for a long period of time, and that's what was holding the car back. So we just hand fabricated our own, and spot welded it in, and then resealed it and POR'd everything. So once the new carpet goes on, we'll put sound deadening over this. The new carpet, gray, factory like it used to be. And then the seats, these were go back to one of our videos, you could see when we went on a mission to Pennsylvania to get it from one of our Impala buddies. The full interior, 2 front seats, the motors, the rails, and the back seat. And then we got the seat belts from a donor car out of the pick and pull in Virginia, because those were bad. All the rollers are down here, and all the seatbelt buckles. The shifter also went bad because this button, when the salt water got to it right around here, it seized this down, so you can move it around, but it was useless. This was actually from a 98 Camaro SS. It works on the 96 Impala SS, just a different shifter head, same shifter. Works perfectly, all the sensors work.
So now what's left on this car? So just, besides the interior, we also did a lot of work out here as far as structure and suspension and everything.
With the making the car road worthy again, obviously we ripped out all the brake lines. The fuel lines on here are actually all plastic, so we were able to clean them out and then reuse those, so we didn't have to pull all those lines through the frame. We POR'd the entire frame, also rust neutralized it with the kit. It's got brand new cross-drilled and slotted rotors, brand new calipers, stainless steel braided brake lines throughout the entire car. If you go back to our shorts, we show you a full layout of the kit that we created ourselves for these cars, because there are none. So, and then we went on to doing like a cosmetic cleanup of the original paint, trying to bring it back to life because it was sitting for about 10 years. We'll call this a Phantom. The Phantom 1 Creations creates this factory wing to make it look like the factory one, just teased out a little more than the original one.
And it is the Police Interceptor Impala SS.
Yeah, this was a Georgia State Trooper one that was just like how you see it. That's how it was on the highway. There's pictures of them online. We'll post one up if I find them again. I do have it though.
Let's move on to the front end of the car so they can see all the stuff we did to get this thing to start and move.
So this is a 96 C4 Corvette, full motor swap that we got from one of our buddies. If you see back in the previous videos, you'll see when we talk about this engine and received it in the mail off the freight. But what we did really, we took it and converted it to a 96 SS, took out the Corvette oil pump and the oil pan and swapped it over, and also swapped it with the 96 cover that has the crank angle sensor at the bottom. And we also did the clear image headers. So a lot of you Impala guys, if you're always wondering what headers I'm running, Clear Image. He's a super big Impala fan if you don't already know him, and he makes these headers to fit the frame correctly. And you have plenty of space to do spark plug changes compared to the ones that are on the market. You see that? I can get to it. And we use the Excel ceramic coated. This is a piece of ceramic, not plastic, with the extreme wires, the coil, the Excel distributor. We powder coated everything that we could, so the timing cover, the water pump, the accessory bracket, all the pulleys. We did a brand new alternator. We got this nice little Impala SS plate to go on it, so you guys know that it's an Impala. But we kept traditional with the Corvette fuel injection rail covers, and we'll show you some other parts. But we got some. We'll ask your opinion. Should we stay with the Corvette composite valve covers, or should we change them to something nicer?
Let us know, guys, in the comments if you want us to change that, because it looks nice. Oh, it looks nice, all like blacked out, but we could do something nice.
Yeah, I got something special hidden. Some really old stock, brand new parts you could have bought at GM back in the day for this, still in the box. We have the Cunningham steering shaft.
Yep.
So you can get rid of the rag joint. So now you're using U-joints on either end, so it'll give you a way more positive steering feel. And then you guys over here, we have like I told you, the steel braided brake lines. No more hard lines. I only kept them here because they're unnecessary up here. And I did the there's a proportioning valve upgrade that I did. Instead of having a 90% on the front and 20% on the back, this has a 60-40 bias valve that I replaced by removing this area. Yeah, nice little setup. So the car has controlled braking so it doesn't nosedive like most Impalas do. And we did a brand new brake master cylinder on top of that.
And the wire harness is wrapped up beautifully.
Check the video before. We show you how to do a Pro Series harness with all new, consolidated and make it look way smaller. We also did an ABS delete. If you guys are wondering how this brake system works, I don't have a ABS module anymore. This is a 96. So that everybody wondering, hey, how come you don't have all those brake lines there? I did an ABS delete, which is fine because you'll code it out of your ECU and it'll just have regular braking system. And you won't have a light on the dashboard for it.
Yep.
And also, with you guys wondering what rear end I'm running in this car, we'll have to do a video of that to show you guys. So this car has a Moser custom 9-inch Ford rear end, custom fitted by them to fit this car. It has a custom drive shaft. I'm using the Clear Image cross member for the transmission, tubular, chromoly. And then we're using bypass X pipe with a custom stainless steel exhaust and Walker quiet flow mufflers that we're running on this car right now.
Okay.
And it has a full Hotchkiss suspension, springs and shocks, and the Hotchkiss extended trailing arms to center the rear end and the back. So if Jay walks around, you can see that this rear end is centered compared to other Impalas, centered in the wheel well here.
Yep.
So if you have your Impala, you walk up to it, you'll see your tire is closer to the front of it, and that's something GM did to save costs. But I always hated it because you had a big gap in the back and this tire all the way in the front.
Yeah.
With the Hotchkiss extended trailing arms, you can center it, and now you have equal distance front to back. And it also with the custom 9-inch Ford rear end. And then there's the cross-drilled and slotted rotors with the zinc coating, brand new calipers, powder coated. We're gonna get the wheels redone. We got some other stuff for that soon.
So, pretty much, we only have a few things, guys, left to do with this car, right? Right now, we're at the interior. We showed you guys. We went to the PA to get these seats, so that they're gonna get reupholstered. We're gonna do the headliners, all the ABC pillars over, and
then a full paint job on the car. Full paint job.
And a full paint job, and this thing is pretty much ready to go, man. This thing rips. And we can show you if you guys want. Matter of fact, we're gonna get in this thing and rip it up the block a couple times and show you guys all the hard work that we did in restoring this.
The 96 Impala SS.
All right.
So off the block, back, and then you can do videos.
Let's get back in this thing. We repaired both sides, guys. Wow, this is nostalgia. We used to chill in this shit
back in the day, driving everywhere in this car. We're back in 1996 all over again.
All right. See, no lights on the dash. We still have these rotted tires, so we're not gonna get too crazy in this thing. That's it. That's crazy. Guys. And look what decided to drop. So obviously it's the next day. We decided just to ride out the car, see what happens. And by the time Hans got to his house, or by the time he noticed,
we got it to lower.
It was already lowered. Sucks that we didn't get to show you how it looks when it like adjusts by itself. I don't know why I didn't do it, but look, man, it's clearly lower than before.
Thank goodness. We got the job done.
So
It looks better. Looks great. It's level now.
let me see if I can get a nice shot in here for the people. That looks awesome right there, actually. So, all right, guys, this is gonna wrap up the video.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we're dropping new videos.
And thanks for watching.